Good morning, River Landing. I'm just about 30 seconds early, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to grab your strap if you have it handy somewhere close by. And also today we're going to use the ball for our stretching. So have your ball and your strap ready. I'll give you a little bit of time to do that, to go get it. And then we'll get started. Good, so just a little bit of time. Hope you're having a good day. All right, just another few seconds making sure you got your ball and your strap for today. Let's get in our good yoga posture while we're waiting for those of us that don't have those items yet. So let's put our knees and our ankles right in line with each other. Good, sit up nice and tall, bringing your shoulders over your ears. Oh, don't do that. How can you bring your shoulders over your ears? How about bringing your ears over your shoulders? Wow, right? And let's do headstands today. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. So hips, shoulders, ears are all in line with the ears over the shoulders, not the shoulders over the ears. Good. All right. Now let's go ahead and start with a big deep breath. Inhale, lift. And exhale and let go. Good. Inhale, lift. Go one more time. Inhale, lift. Bring those hands right up to prayer. Bringing those prayer hands down with the palms pushing on each other, right from the base of the palm up to the tips of the fingers. Elbows are lifted. And I want you to sit in that good posture right here. Close your eyes for just a moment, getting a nice stretch in that carpal tunnel area and breathing. Nice big deep breaths. Good. Nice big deep breath. Maybe closing your eyes, relax through your shoulders. I know you feel a little tension there because we're pushing the hands together. One more breath. Relax. Good. Now, take those hands. We're going to push them to one side. We're going to turn our head in the opposite direction. Bring it back to the center. Let's do the other side. Good. And then we're going to make that a flow. So we're going to just turn and bring it in. Now, if it makes you dizzy, just look front. Look in the center. Good. And bring it right back to the center. Now, clasp those hands together like a child would pray. And I want you to take those child prayer hands, open them up, and push away. Good. And bring those hands right into your chest. Good, now push away again, and this time I want you to curl through the upper part of the shoulder right here, curl. Good, and inhale and bring it in. Good, and curl. And inhale and bring it in, and bring that body up nice and tall. One more time, push it out. Good, and bring that body up nice and tall. Good, now bring those hands about halfway out. We're gonna pull one way and turn. Bring it back to the center, turn the other way and turn. Good, and bring it right back to the center. Now let's flip them and push those hands out. For some of us, this might be hard, right? And it won't feel good. Bend your elbows, see if that makes a difference. Good, for some of us, we can go ahead and put them right out there. Good. Let's take those hands, we're gonna pull to one side and turn. Do you notice a theme here, right? Bring it back to the center, let's pull and turn. And bring it right back to the center. Now, some of us, this is going to be hard. We're going to lift them up the best that we can, reaching up nice and tall with those hands still pushed outward. Good posture, sitting over those hips. Ears and shoulders are in line. Holding right here. Maybe your fingers are starting to tingle, right? Uh-oh. Okay, bring it all the way down. Let's give it a shake and a wiggle and roll those shoulders. Nice movement there for the shoulders, wasn't it? All right, now let's bring those arms. We're going to put our hands on our elbows if we can, lifting the elbows but keeping the shoulders down and relax. Good, so remember our little theme of turning and twisting. So we're going to take those arms and pull, turn and twist. And bring it back to the center, turn and twist the opposite direction. Good, bring it back to the center. Now we're gonna make a circle. So we're still sitting tall. We're gonna circle those arms. Circle the best that you can. Some of us, our circles will be small. Some of us, our circles will be bigger. They're really working into that shoulder. Good. All right, and reverse it. Go the other way. I always forget to bring my jacket. It's chilly today. All right, now bring it right back to the center. Again, this one might be hard for some of us. We're gonna reach it up right here. Hold it if you can. And just bring it to where you can if you can't get it that high. Now let's look down at your lap, kind of bringing your head through those arms if you can. Bring it up right here. Now I want you to push those arms down like you're, like I always think of a kid and I told you you couldn't have the candy you wanted and you're mad, right? So push those arms down. Good, bring it ear over to the side. Good. And bring that head up. Let's go to the other side. And bring the head up. Now look down. Shoulders stay over those hips. No curling forward. And let's bring it all the way out. Give them a shake and a wiggle. Good job. All right, so let's work on that middle body just a little bit. So let's bring our legs a little wider. We'll do a little wide-legged cat and cow. So we're going to curl through the spine, and I want you to slide your hands down your knees the best that you can. Really get a stretch in the top of that shoulder. And then we curl through the spine almost like I hit you in the belly. And then we're going to inhale, and we're going to lift and push it forward. Good, so you're now pushing your belly, my hand over there, you're pushing your belly against it, curling through the back of the spine. Good, now let's go a little faster. Curl and extend. Good. Slide those hands up and down with it. Slide them. Feel that stretch. Good. Last one right here. Good, all right, very good. Now, in this wide stance right here, let's come forward just a little bit, bringing your elbows to your thighs. Good, so let's bring those elbows to the thighs. Here we go. All right, now I want you to stretch forward just a little bit, and I want you to reach out, like right in front of you is a big dog, and you're gonna pet him on the head. Now, I've been told you should never do that with a dog. You should let them smell and always go under the chin. But for our purposes today, we're going to pat them on the head. Good. Feel that nice stretch. Push your bottom back into that chair. Feel the stretch. Good. And let's do the other side. Reach in. Pat them on the head. Now let's come right back to the center. My favorite stretch right here. We're going to take one shoulder to the opposite knee. Looking behind. Bring it back to the center, other side. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? And bring it back to the center. Let's walk it back up. Good. All right. All right, let's sit back in that chair. Let's bring one leg up just a little bit. Oh, stretching through that lower back. Good, and I know if you can't get your leg up this high, that's okay. I do this every day, right? So if your leg is way down here and you're thinking, oh, that's pretty pitiful. No, it's not. It's a stretch for you, and that's what's good. Push your chest a little bit forward. Sit up tall. Good, now release the inner hand and just keep the outer hand. Let's do a circle through the hip. So circling that leg. Okay, now circle the other way. Good, and bring it down. Now let's do the other side. Let's bring it up. Hug it in, push your chest a little bit forward. It's going to keep your spine a little straighter. Holding that leg wherever it's comfortable for you. Another breath. Taking the inside hand off, we're going to make a circle into that hip. So circle that leg. And then reverse it. All right, and then let's put those feet out. Nice big stretch. Keep your chin tucked down. Reach those arms up the best that you can. Full body stretch right here. You know what, while we're here, let's pull some taffy. So keep those feet there, we're gonna pull some taffy. So right here in the center is our taffy, we're gonna pull, stretch. Good, pull and stretch that taffy. Good. Oh. Stretch it out. Pull it out. Good. One more on each side. There it is. Good. All right, now put your feet on the floor. If you have arms in your chair, we're going to push up on the arms. Otherwise, for those of us without arms, we're going to push the base of that chair. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Let's march those feet out. All right, bring in some blood to that lower extremity because we're going to stand up behind our chairs for a moment. All right, now plant those feet. Let's go ahead and stand up. Coming behind that chair. Good. I'm going to turn my chair so that you can see what I'm doing better. All right, so you stay standing behind your chair so that you can see me the best. All right, so first of all, we're just going to work on a basic balance and core pose. So we're going to take one toe back, we're going to reach the other arm up, and we're just going to hold it right here with the toe on the floor. That's our touch point. Good. Feel the stretch, reach it tall, push that hip a little bit down, a little bit back. Good, and then let's do the other side. So reach it out, stretch it back. Good, reach up, push that hip down slightly, feel that good stretch. Good, now we're going to make it harder. Who wants to make it harder? I do. All right, so let's make it harder. So the arm goes up, the toe goes back. For those of us that can, we're gonna make it a little harder. We're gonna squeeze through the buttocks and we're gonna lift. Good, holding right here, still reaching up tall. Just a slight lift, reaching through the hip, holding, breathing. Good. And bring it down, good. Remember that chair is there for you to use. If you need it, you use it. All right, arm goes out on the opposite side. Toe goes back. For those of us that can, we squeeze through the buttocks. We lift and hold and breathe. Good, and bring it down. All right, now let's do something in the middle. That'll feel good. So we're going to take our hands on the chair. We're going to walk it back. Coming to that down dog on the chair. If you decided to stay in the chair today, that's perfectly fine. We just put our heels out and stretch those arms up. Good. Oh. Stretching into that spine. Hips and ankles should be in line with each other, so adjust as you need to. Straighten your back. It should feel like your back is so flat that you're a table. And I could eat my lunch, which I'm not sure what that will be yet today, and have a drink. And nothing will spill because your back feels so flat, it's like a table. Good, now stick those hips back, lift them up ever so slightly, happy dog, you should be able to wag. If you can't wag conveniently, it could be because your hips are tucked, so push them back. Breathe. Oh, one more breath here, doesn't that feel so good? All right, bend those knees. Let's come on forward. All right, so we're going to stand at the side. So I want you to turn your chair so that you can still see me, but we're going to stand to the side of the chair. So maybe you need to turn it one little click, right? So stand far enough away from your chair that your hand is on the chair, but the arm is straight, so it's not here and it's all bent and we're real close. Okay? So we're going to work a little bit on those side muscles today. So we're going to reach up nice and tall. Good, and then we're going to come right over. Imagine you're in a toaster, and if you go forward, you're going to get burned. If you go back, you're going to get burned. So you have to go right to the side. I'm going to put some pressure in the hand that's holding that chair, bending that elbow ever so slightly, leaning over. Good. Now, if you look up, you'll see that that helps you stack your shoulder just a little bit. Good. Now, your outside foot, I want you to push it more into the floor and feel how that extended the stretch in your hip. Yeah. Breathe. Nice big deep breath. Good. Inhale and come up. Now, For some of us, this next one won't feel comfortable, so go right back to what we just did, do the same thing. For those of us that are comfortable, let's go ahead and take the outside leg, we're gonna cross it behind the other. Now notice first of all that makes you bend your knees. That's okay. That's okay to have that knee bend. Now I don't want you to be bent like this because that's not comfortable either. But it's just a softness in the knee, don't lock it out. So we're gonna do that same thing, arm is nice and straight to start. We inhale, we lift. We're in the toaster, we go right to the side because we can't go anywhere else. Good, bending that elbow in the arm that's holding the chair. Remember, push that outside foot, which is now kind of on the inside. Push it down a little bit, stretch it out. Now push away a little with the hand that's holding the chair and see how that deepens that stretch. Now for some of us, this isn't comfortable, so go back to the first stretch we did. Breathe, look underneath that armpit, it's gonna stack your shoulders, gonna keep you tall. Good, holding here for one more breath. And inhale, come all the way up. Good, all right, let's uncross. Let's go back to that down dog on the chair for just a moment. Oh, stretch out the whole thing. Good, stick that tailbone back. Envision I grabbed your strap, I swung it around your hips, and I pull those hips back and slightly up. Keep those ears between the arms. And breathe. Now bend those knees, let's come forward. I'm going to turn my chair the other way. You do what you need to do so you can still see me. So standing up nice and tall, far enough away that the arm is nice and straight. We start with those feet right below our hips. Inhale and lift. On this side, we're in between two plates of plexiglass. How about that? So you can't go forward or back or you'll bump your head. So reach it up nice and tall. We're going to come on over to the side. The arm starts to bend. Good, feel that stretch. Look underneath that armpit. Push the outside foot into the floor. Oh, there it is, yep. Big stretch. Hold it and breathe. Inhale, let's come up. Now that outside leg, if it's comfortable, if it doesn't hurt you, comes back behind. Softness in your knees. Not a big bend, just softness. No locking out of those knees. We're going to inhale, lift. Remember, we're in between that two plates of plexiglass, so we have to go right to the side. Bending the elbow, right? Bending the elbow. Pushing what used to be that outside foot, pushing it in towards the floor. A little push away from the chair and a look underneath the armpit. We're just going to hold it right here. Feel that stretch. And breathe. Good. Inhale. Let's come all the way up. Let's uncross that back leg. Let's do one more down dog on the chair. Arms are on that chair. We're walking ourselves back, but this time let's do it with a wide stance. So bring those feet out a little wider, and you're bent over, pushing through the hands just a little bit. Hips are pushing back. Good. So it's a hinge at the hip. So we're not curled through the spine. Your ears are still between your arms. You're looking straight in front of you. Don't look at your knees and don't look at me. Good. Hold it here. Breathe. Good. Now put some softness in those knees. Let's bring it up. Turn that chair back to the front. And let's have a seat. It's time to use our props. Okay. So let's grab our strap first here. So we started with a good shoulder stretch, but let's get another one in here. So we're going to start with our hands right out of our shoulders. Maybe your hands are about 12 inches apart. And we're going to pull outward on that strap, pull out. Good. Now remember, anything that we do, it eases up with a little elbow bend, okay? So if something hurts, you can always bend the elbow. So let's reach those arms up the best that you can, keeping them so that when you look up, they're still there. Hold it right there and breathe. Nice big deep breaths. Good. Hold it there. Pull. Are you pulling? Pull. Good. And bring it down right back to the center. Good. Now let's bring it a little wider, a little bit wider, maybe 24 inches in between. Good. Pull. Feel that stretch, feel the strength in the back of that shoulder. You're making a muscle there. Very important. Reach it up. Those are posture muscles. Help keep our head over our shoulders. Good. Pull. Pull here. Where are your ears? Are they over your shoulders? Or are you slightly forward? If you're slightly forward, pull those ears back. Good. Keep pulling that strap. Feel that stretch in the chest and in the shoulders. Good. And bring it down. I need a little bit of a break, so let's take that and roll those shoulders. Good. I was getting a cramp in one of my shoulders there. All right. Shrug them up. Last one. As far out as you can reach it comfortably with that strap. Right? So if this might be too much maybe for me, so I'm going to choke in a little bit. Right? So pull out with the strap. Good. So for some of us, we can go further with this particular stretch. So we're gonna try. For those of us that like, if you know that you have shoulder impingements, you've had surgeries, I don't want you to do this next stretch. Just reach it up and hold it right here. Pull. For those of you that can, we're gonna go a little further back. Pull. Really stretching now through that shoulder. And this is as far as we'll go today. I know some of you can release those shoulders and go back even further, but we'll stay right here today. Holding, feeling that chest stretch. You feel that right in the armpit area there, right above. A nice stretch in the shoulder. Breathe. And bring it up and forward. Good, roll that shoulder. All right, so let's scoot forward in the chair. Bringing one foot up, we're going to lasso that foot, and we're going to stretch that leg out. Now, I want you to let your hands come down as far as you can, and then pull those shoulders back so that they're in line with your hips. What happened there is that made you pull that leg a little tighter, didn't it? All right, push your heel forward, keep your knee soft, but don't bend it here, right? So it's a nice soft knee. We're stretching through that hamstring. Feeling that nice stretch there. Good. If you're way down here with your stretch, that's perfectly fine. That's what your body says it needs. It doesn't have to be way up here. Now let's pull that in. We're going to hug it in tight to the chest. Push your chest a little bit forward. Keeps your spine nice and straight. Good. Your back should be on the chair. If your back's not on the chair, get your back on the chair for this next piece. All right, we're going to extend it up a little bit. Now, if you can't get up this high, that's okay. You get up to where you can. It's a deeper stretch. Good. Can you push your heel a little bit forward, bringing your toe towards your face, holding and stretching through that leg? Good. And again, if your leg is down here, that's okay. That's okay. As long as you feel the stretch. Breathing, one more breath. Good. Now bring it down just a little bit, and we're going to bring that knee in. One more time, pushing that chest a little bit forward. Good. All right. And then let's let it go. Let's do the other side, because we still need to get to the ball yet. All right, so here we go. Hold that leg in. Push that chest a little bit forward. Good. And then we're going to extend it out. Let your hands go a little bit forward. Pull those shoulders back. That made that stretch a little deeper. Push that heel forward, so you're pushing that heel at me. Good, holding here. Breathing, feeling that stretch. Good, pull those shoulders back. Don't let them get loose. Now bend it in. Push that chest a little bit forward. Keeps your spine straight, so you're not curled. You shouldn't feel like you're sitting in a bucket seat here. You should feel like there's a board on your back and it's nice and straight. Good, now push it out again, this time lifting a little higher if you can. Ooh, push that heel forward. Boy, I felt that. Yow. All right, holding. Remember, softness in the knee, don't lock it out. Breathing, don't hold your breath. Sometimes we tend to hold our breath when we do things that make us hurt a little bit or feel a tug or a stretch, right? Good. One more time. Let's hug that leg in. Good. And then let's release it. Let's put that strap away for now. Give your fingers a wiggle if you need to wiggle your fingers. Sometimes my fingers turn blue when I hold for too long. All right, so let's take the ball. We're gonna put it on the floor and put your heel on that ball. Good. Now be mindful, we do this kind of stretch a lot, but I've added a component that we don't do a lot, and that's the ball. So it might be a little bit different, okay? So we're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're gonna reach for the toe. We've just stretched out that hamstring, so it should feel a little easier than normal. Good. You see the difference when we use the ball? Good. Now inhale, let's reach and lift and turn to the side. Big stretch. We're tall in the torso, sitting up tall. Good. Reach forward again. Reach for that toe that's on the ball. Maybe some of us can finally reach our toes because it's up a little higher, right? Good. Maybe some of us are screaming and egging. Inhale and lift. I hope not. Big reach, tall. Bend your elbow if you need to. Release any tension. And then exhale one more time and reach. So we're really giving that hamstring a big stretch here. All right, and then let's come up. Let's do the other side. So that heel goes on the ball, flexing that foot, sitting up nice and tall. We reach right there. I can already feel it. Reach for that toe. If you need to anchor on the other side, go ahead and anchor. Breathe. One more breath here. Let's inhale, open, sitting up nice and tall, big stretch to the side. Exhale, reach for that toe. Hold a healing breath. Inhale, lift, reach it tall, elbow bend if you need it. Exhale, come back down. And then let's come all the way up. Let's grab that ball. Mine has to be dusted off because the floor is kind of sandy from my shoes. All right, so let's take that ball. We're going to put it right behind the back. Good. And I want you to scoot yourself back so that you feel some pressure in the back. Good. And we're going to do a little self-massage here. So I want you to just push that ball back there and roll. Roll. And maybe you'll find a spot that, oh gosh, that feels really good. So we're just going to push on that spot. We're going to hold it. Maybe we want to move it around, putting it up a little higher because that's where I hurt the most, right? It's right between the shoulders. Maybe your ball's making funny noises like mine. Good. Just find that spot and just rock it in there. Maybe you want to do that lower back. Good. Just kind of rock back and forth, letting that ball give you a bit of a massage at the back. You can do this standing as well and really get that spinal column, just bending your knees and straightening feels really good. One more move. Let's move it one more favorite spot. Good. All right, good job. All right, so let's take that ball and put it away. Good. Scoot back in your chair. How does that feel? That feels good, doesn't it? All right, remember, we're putting our tail feathers through the hole in our chair, and if we don't have a hole, it's right into the place where the back of the chair and the seat come together. It's going to make us sit up nice and tall, and then we can come back. So we're not sitting in that Mustang's bucket seat, right? So we're still having some length in the spine. So let's go ahead and we're going to just do a simple ear movement, just bringing one ear to the side and then the other. Just rocking that head back and forth. Good. Kind of remembers of those bobble dolls, remember that people used to put in their cars? Now bring it right up back to the top. Let's nod that head, relax those shoulders, take the tension out. Good. Like you're saying, yes, I would like more ice cream. Good, hold that chin down. Take a big deep breath, getting ready for our final relaxation. Good, bring that head up. Now relax into that chair. Let's close our eyes just for this last little bit. Relaxing those muscles, taking that inventory, softening any muscle that still feels tight, giving it permission to relax and release. Breathing deep breaths. This would be a great place to turn off the TV if you'd like and just do your own meditation for 5 to 10 minutes. Or you can stay with me and we'll just breathe for a few more seconds here, relaxing. Let's go ahead and open up our eyes. Hold on to that good feeling that you have. Let's take a big deep breath. Inhale. Bring those hands to prayer. The prayer hands come to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me with chair yoga today. I hope you feel stretched and ready for a fabulous day and a fabulous weekend. Namaste. You are so quiet.